Workers' comp versus personal injury. What's the difference? In this video, we're going to cover what a workers' comp case is, what a personal injury case is, how they can actually work together, and how they work against each other. My name is Bilal Qasim. I'm the managing partner at Pacific Workers. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you know when we're dropping new content. So, workers' comp means you get hurt at work. If you're an employee, you get hurt on the job, you get treatment, and you get financial benefits to help you recover. Personal injury cases can be different. Personal injury cases are often cases where someone did something wrong. They were negligent. They had a duty of care, they breached that duty of care, and you were injured. Typically, we see this being a car accident. However, sometimes there's a component to both cases where they actually are part and parcel of the same case. For example, if you're driving a work truck and you get in a car accident because some person ran you off the road, that would be a negligence case, a personal injury case, as well as a potential work comp case against your employer's insurance company. So, the bottom line is you can't double dip. That means you can't go to a work comp carrier and get the same financial benefit and recovery that you get from the personal injury carrier. You can't get two recoveries for the same accident. That being said, personal injury cases are often more valuable. The idea being that because workers' comp is a benefits delivery system, the benefits you get are kind of limited. That was the trade-off. You don't have to prove your case in court anymore, but the employer shouldn't be liable for as much in the way of damages because it's a delivery system, it's not litigation. The whole idea is that you are punishing someone for doing something wrong. They made you suffer and you should get what you deserve. Oftentimes that's not the case in workers' comp cases. No one might have done anything wrong. It was just a freak accident. And so the law is set up differently to allow you to have different types of recovery in personal injury cases. Oftentimes personal injury cases go hand in hand with workers' compensation cases where workers' comp provides the interim medical treatment, things like temporary disability, which is lost wages that you wouldn't normally get in a personal injury case, while the personal injury case is actually being litigated. Then at the end, the personal injury case gets a credit for whatever is paid out in workers' comp, but you usually still have to pay more. Sometimes, however, workers' comp will actually want their money back. That means the workers' comp carrier paid for what was ultimately due from the negligence of a third party, meaning, hey, that person caused your injury, why did workers' comp have to cover it? And so sometimes workers' comp will actually seek to get their money back. It's in the form of what's called a lien, meaning they say, hey, we paid $10,000 for your medical care. You know, the workers' comp insurance carrier shouldn't have had to pay that because it was the negligence of a third party, so they want their $10,000 back. Well, it's no problem if you got that $10,000, and on top of that $10,000, the personal injury carrier had to pay you another $10,000. So let's say your recovery was $20,000, you might actually net more money getting some from the work comp carrier and then getting some from the insurance carrier for the third party, or if the third party doesn't have an insurance carrier, them directly themselves. So oftentimes these cases go hand in hand. They can have benefits for both. They can also be problematic in the sense that if you settle your personal injury case first and the work comp carrier wants a credit for what you received in the personal injury case, that can actually cut off your right to treatment and benefits in your workers' comp case. So if you have both going on, it's always advisable to make sure that you have the ability to get the care you need if, in fact, you are going to settle your personal injury case first. So there are certainly important considerations between the two. They can work hand in hand to help you out. They can also be a detriment depending on what steps you take and what point in your case you take those steps. So if you got those going on, I highly recommend you consult with a lawyer because they can help you navigate the process.